Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's your host, trying to elevate you watching Between Fear and Hope. And on this show, we are looking at Western culture, particularly in a non-white, non-Arab community, to check the things that are creeping into our Islam, check the cultural norms that we are allowing to manifest in our Islam. You feel me? We have to be more diligent about that because this is unacceptable. Point blank, period. We can't have these Western ideals rearing their head in our Islam because it's very detrimental to us as Muslims, detrimental to our children. So, of course, detrimental to us as parents, detrimental to our family unit, detrimental just all the way our marriages, all the way around the board is problematic. And one of the problems that we are tackling, power is off, 5 minutes, save energy, pressing. One of the ways we are finding it creeping into the Islam or creeping into our culture of Islam is through we're not getting married. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be married anymore. So the men don't want the responsibility. And we blaming the women. We saying that the women are a headache and yada, yada, yada. But, and the women are saying they don't want to do it because they don't want to share. They don't want to be involved in polygyny. And those are pressing issues. But, we're going to address them one at a time. Today, what we're going to address is let's just get married. Let's just remove the barrier to entry, right? What should we be thinking about when going into these marriages? How can we meet our potential husbands, our potential wives? What questions should we be asking them to sit down, et cetera, et cetera? Now, I'm not a student of knowledge. I'm not a imam. I'm not a sheikh. I'm just a regular Muslim who has been able to identify some of the issues that are keeping young black Muslims from getting married. And this, young black and Hispanic Muslims from entering the marriage market and leaving us vulnerable because, we still having kids, which means we still hunching. So that means we fornicating and we can't be doing that. So let's try to get us married, man. Let's try to dispel some of the myths. Let's try to break down some of these fears. Let's try to get equipped, prepared to be able to weed through the BS. You hear me? How we gonna do that? We're gonna look at, today I'm gonna be helping the sisters again. You feel me? I'm gonna go through one of these dating. Now we don't use dating apps.
I am really
right?
65 years old. July 2nd.
We don't use dating apps, but we can use this. You can use the dating apps for data. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna use this as a data point or as case studies to trying to prepare for some of the hurdles that we might come across in this race. You hear me? So let's get started. I'm gonna play this Kendra G dating show and I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna give my advice from an Islamic perspective, just from a regular Muslim. I'm not giving no fatwas. I'm not, teaching you your deen. You hear me? You should go to qualified people for that. All right, let's get it started. Now, I try to choose these videos in a way that's not too provocative. Kendra G, sometimes she could be a little extra in the way that she adorns herself. In this one, she's not doing too much, so I don't feel too ashamed of showing it or fearful sharing it because she's dressed properly. Yeah, we can see her neck, but other times is we seeing everything. You know what I mean? We seeing them twins sitting up. I won't share videos like that. You don't have to worry about that here. I'll try to share things that are most appropriate.
Ready?
I'm ready, Kendra.
What's your name, love?
I'm Desmond. My friends call me Dr. Des.
Dr. Des. What do you do as
Okay,
a
Doc.
doctor?
Well, I have a doctorate degree, but I'm a family nurse practitioner. I also own a business on the side.
Okay. So what do you do again, love?
I'm a nurse practitioner, but I do have a doctorate degree. And I do
Okay.
have a business on the side. I'm an entrepreneur as well.
Okay, you got a lot of jobs.
Okay, so this is the type of dude that a lot of the sisters is looking for, right? When it comes to credentials, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. He giving corny. He giving corny. And a lot of times, especially our sisters, we gotta get over this whole we gotta get over this whole oh, I want him to have swag and yeah, this and that and that. And it's like how important are those things? You know what I'm saying? When you get the once you get to know this person, you might start to like that little quirkiness that they have or that little weirdness that they have. We gotta learn how to identify qualities that can grow on us and not expect that the dude gonna come in and have the swag of a street dude, the intellect of a doctor, the financial prowess of a six-figure nigga, and you know what I'm saying. You want the total package, and you know what I'm saying. But then it's gonna be issues, and nothing is all good, nothing is all bad. That's why we live between fear and hope, right? Because all of this ambition, all of this responsibility is what you need to hear when you hear this responsibility, which means you're not going to get that as much QT as you might need. So you got to know yourself.
How old are you, Dr. Des?
I'm 37,
37. What you do for a living?
nurse practitioner,
Oh, you told me
and
that.
yeah,
Forget it.
I'm an
My bad.
She
I got
entrepreneur.
to
getting
write
on
all
his
that down.
nerves. And Kendra, like, she do that a lot where she'll keep asking the same question. She got like a script in front of her and she'll keep asking the same questions because she keep getting distracted. And yeah, it's frustrating. So he handled that well though. He handled that well. It's like, you know what I mean? He just let her know, like, listen, it's like the fourth time you asked me, but he wasn't disrespectful, he wasn't rude.
Do you have any kids?
No kids.
Hey, happy to
And
be
where you
here.
calling me from?
Yes, yes. This is remind me of coming to America.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
Originally from Cameroon in the West Africa.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Dr. Des, entrepreneur, nurse practitioner, 37 years old. What's your zodiac sign?
Now, some of y'all might hear nurse and think that, you know what I'm saying, he oh, he ain't really a doctor. Now, he getting that chip. Nurse practitioners bring that bread home. So, you know what I mean? Don't sleep on the nurse practitioners.
Taurus,
And they knowledge
Oh, when's your
base
birthday?
is up there as
April
well.
25th.
You know
Oh,
what I
you're
mean? We
April
don't do
Taurus.
the
Okay.
zodiac sign.
No
That's why I'm
kids. Have you
talking
ever been
over
married?
it.
I've
But
been married before, yeah.
When'd you get divorced?
May of 23.
okay, so, about a year ago, a little bit over a year. I'm gonna get rid of this commercial real quick. Yeah, so he has been divorced. So I would, for the sisters, um I would say that this is not necessarily a red flag, right? You have to. A lot of times when we hear divorce, we automatically think negative, right? Well, some of us do. Some of us automatically or disqualify them. Other people, like, you know what I'm saying? It was at one point I remember seeing this situation on Philly. Of course, Philly get the bad rep for Islam, but it was this one brother on there. He'd been divorced like almost 20 times. It's like, how do you get to that point? Like, why? Like, what point do you not stop and self evaluate? And we need to stop. We need to stop allowing these type of dudes to wreak havoc in our communities. You know what I'm saying? After the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth time, why nobody ain't pulled this dude to the side like, yo, no, you don't get married until you fix these issues. You know what I'm saying? You don't get married until you go to counseling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna marry you. This brother not gonna marry you. it's a hands-off policy in the community. Nobody marries this brother until he completes a year of therapy, or, you know what I'm saying, 6 months of therapy, or, you know what I'm saying, something. Because there's no way that you can have 16, 17 divorces and not have either kids affected by that, or more, of course the women are affected by it, but you can't just go in and out of marriage and not do anything to prevent or to avoid doing this to another sister. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we could say, oh yeah, the women, da, 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 but at this point, it's like, no, I'm blaming the brothers for this. I'm blaming the brothers for that, because it shouldn't have got that. It shouldn't have got that bad. It's like you just keep you getting a flesh eating bacteria, and you letting it just keep eat the leg up. You get it fixed, and then you go into the same cesspool that gave you the flesh eating bacteria, and it happened again, and it happened again, and then you get it fixed, and it happened again. 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 You get it fixed, and you know what I'm saying? I'm doing that intentionally to be annoying, so that you see how detrimental this is. Because at what point, now that you're about to lose your leg, you know what I'm saying, you coming back and say, oh, it's not my fault, it's the pool that I was in, it's this sock that I keep wearing, it's this bug that I got in my room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, when was you gonna do something about it? But yeah, let's get back to it though. Bro, been divorced.
May of 23.
Of this year? You just got divorced this year?
This year is 24, Kendra. May of
Oh, May of
23.
23. Okay.
Mhm.
You're getting me together. Okay. For some reason, you said 23. I thought of the dates. Maybe I'm tired. Let me wake up. Okay. Dr. Des, entrepreneur, nurse practitioner, 37, is a Taurus, Fort Wayne, Indiana, no kids, was once married.
That's a little pretentious.
What kind of woman are you looking
All right, you got your doctorate. You know what I'm saying? I was going for my doctorate as well. But my friends, I wasn't going to be running around with my friends calling me doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you had your colleagues do that. But, teach his own.
for?
All right, Kendra. Let me start by saying that I enjoy the show. I love Jay. I love Kevin Samuel, and I love Dr. Omar. So that can give you an idea of the kind of woman I'm looking for. So, number one, if you know who Tiwa Savage is, I want a Tiwa Savage
I
with
don't
a
know what
Holy
it
Mary,
is.
like a Holy Mary with the Tiwa Savage vibes, if you know what I mean. So I
I
want a
don't know
woman.
what you mean. So can you explain that to me?
Okay. Tiwa Savage is an artist. It's a Nigerian artist. She falls under the category of like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. So when
What?
I say I want a Holy Mary with Tiwa Savage vibes, I want someone that's holy, but also that can get out and be, you know,
You asking for a
and do
lot, bro.
things.
You
Does
asking
that
for
make
a lot,
sense?
bro. No, that don't make sense. You asking for a Nicki Minaj, but for her to be holy and to be like, you don't become Nicki Minaj by being a nun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want this is an extreme version of a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for a unicorn, but to each his own. I'm gonna let him cook.
I guess so. So you want a holy hoe?
Basically.
I wouldn't say hoe because I don't consider Nicki Minaj or Cardi B to be a
Okay, yeah,
hoe.
yeah. Now
Yeah.
I don't consider them hoes either. I don't. That's fair. So you want a holy
Holy
woman,
Mary with the
Holy
Tiwa
Mary.
Savage vibes.
What's her name again?
Tiwa Savage,
Tiwa Savage. Okay, so you want a woman like Tiwa Savage, but holy.
but holy. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Anything else before we go to your deal breakers?
And the specifications, I like front and I like back, but I also like someone that's very educated and ambitious.
All right, I'm looking at T was Savage. And astaghfirullah. Yeah, don't look her up. I mean, it's not crazy. I mean, I guess the women can. I'm trying to find a presentable picture of her, like something that I could put They call her the queen of Afro beats. She is okay. It's not bad. She not. She's she looked like a. She's attractive. She looked like she may be Nigerian, like Twa. She might be Twa. Um, she. See, let's bring this over here. Oh, I can't bring that over there. Okay. Let me bring it up on the screen. I'm trying to make sure that I don't show. Uh, I just want to show this one picture that's more presentable. Maybe this one. Nah. What about this one? Yeah, I mean, of course she got the makeup on and all that, but oh, this one might be presentable. Yeah, she don't look like she doing too much though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess that's okay. I take back what I said. He don't. It's still like, you know what I'm saying. It's still because I don't really know how she portrays herself. It's just a facial. I don't really know how she. No, the facial not gonna be enough. Y'all gonna want to see the vibe. Let me do this and I can show y'all what she looking like. Boom. All right, so here we go right here. That's the picture that I wanted to bring up. She's attractive. She's attractive. She's not like super glamorous, super fake looking. She looks like like an everyday woman with, makeup on, natural body, nice teeth. Yeah. I don't think he's doing too much accent for that, but I don't know what her vibe is. To say she like a Nicki Minaj, then that might be a little extra. But
Now, do you want the woman to look like her too, Tiwa Savage?
I don't care about the complexion. They could be snow bunny. They could be any complexion. I don't
nah,
care.
lie. How you gonna say that you like Dr. Umar? Black women forever, snow bunnies never. You can't come on here and say, "Oh, I like Dr. Umar." That's how that give you an idea of, what type of woman I'm looking for. Now, in Islam, of course, we always say, "Oh, there's no racism, no racism in Islam, brother." No, not in Islam, brother. The Prophet ﷺ said that the black man is not like the. Come on, bro. We know what the Prophet said. Do you know what the Prophet said? Because you the one who won't let me allow me to marry your daughter. You the one who won't give me your daughter. You know what I'm saying? So don't come to me, the person who deal with racism on a daily basis, and try to explain to me what racism is. So, but yeah, I think that there's nothing wrong with wanting to marry somebody within your culture, but it's questionable when you want to marry somebody outside your culture, especially because Africans in the diaspora as well as on the continent, they tend to idolize, white people. So, and this is not my saying, this is them saying it themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, it's very much something that we have to be mindful of. But I'm gonna let them cook.
But I just believe in the intellect, number one,
number,
and also the specifications.
Okay, I'm about to Google her so we can see who you're talking. So, do you want a woman to look like her too?
Like I said, the vibes is what I'm looking for. They
Her
have the
vibes.
vibes that
Okay.
she has, and also the vibe of a Virgin Mary or a Holy Mary.
So the vibes that she
Contradiction.
have and a Virgin Mary.
Correct.
Look, Kendra,
Okay.
like,
Should she make a certain amount of money?
Not really, but I just want her to be ambitious and secured in herself.
Okay, and I think I missed it. You said you will date a snow bunny.
Correct.
So you don't want to call them a Caucasian woman. You want to call them snow bunnies.
I think that's a term that Dr. Omar used, and
Well, Dr. Omar doesn't use it in a complimentary way.
oh, I'm sorry about that. I need to learn more about that then.
Okay, because if you follow Dr. Omar's teaching, then you would not date a snow bunny because
Exactly.
he preaches that black men should not date quote unquote snow bunnies. So
I
when he thought,
disagree. I disagree with that preaching, but
See,
yeah.
look, see,
but you're the
already
one that
right
said
there.
you want to.
Exactly. That right there show me that he doing a lot of this. He doing a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? Because how you come up here and then use somebody as a certain standard and just say, "Oh, I disagree with that." So you happy to be here? I could tell it's all over your face, but you starting to come off a little goofy. But let's let him do his thing. Do your thug thizzle. If you like it, I love it.
Follow Dr. Umar. You said that, not us.
I said I like him. I like him. I don't follow him. I like him as
Well,
a
you
guy.
You
well,
said that.
okay, but you just recited something you said you got from him. So if you're gonna
Correct.
quote him, you should probably know the backstory of why
Exactly.
he calls white people snow bunnies.
I don't know the backstory. I just know I've listened to some of his videos. I
Ignorance
don't
is not
agree
an excuse.
100% with everything, but I do agree with some of the things, about investing in yourself and about valuing where you're from. And I agree with some of those things.
When do he talk about investing in yourself and oh my. Am I?
Ooh, child. Okay,
Yeah,
we got you.
exactly. Ooh,
We got
child.
you.
That's Kendra
Let's
thing. Ooh,
continue.
child.
Let's continue. Should the woman make a certain amount of money?
Doesn't matter. I just want her to be ambitious and
Why you need to
secured in
be
herself.
ambitious if you ain't gonna chase the bag?
Dr.
What
Des,
you
let's do the
you
Kendra
trying to put
dance.
somebody you trying to when you tell a woman that you want them to be ambitious, but then you try to put them, then you try to keep, then you uh try to put them in a cage. You asking for trouble, right? It's like I want you to be ambitious, but then as soon as I get you, it's like, oh no, I got everything, baby. I want you to stay home, and it's like, oh, what I'm gonna do with all this ambition, this extra ambition that I got? You know what I'm saying? I want to go and work on my career. I want to excel, and then now you on YouTube talking about how modern women don't want to be submissive. Like this is not a man who really knows what he want. It's this the vibe that I'm getting. And if I was your Wakil, your Walil, or your Wakil, this is something uh that I would bring up. All right, look like my camera desired, so I'm gonna just do it like this, y'all.
That's when you stand up and we see your full body. Okay. Listen, are you home? Looks like a
Look
nice
like he
place.
might be short.
Yes, I'm home.
Gotcha. When was your last relationship?
About a month ago, Kendra.
You broke up with somebody a month ago.
Correct.
Okay. Um, why did y'all break up a month ago?
It's classified. It's a long story. I don't think we have the time to break it down today.
We have the time.
Yeah, she got time today.
Well, I thought Derek took a long time. I was trying to avoid that
I'll make
situation.
time for you.
All right,
Exactly. She
Kendra,
know you
thank
full of
you.
shit.
Why did we break up? Things just didn't. So I have a philosophy when it comes to finances in a union. So, before getting into any kind of serious union with anybody, we need to get on the same page with some fundamentals. Finance is one of those, politics is another one. Like I said, I love Jay. I don't agree with everything Jay stands for in terms of his political views, but I
I
like
don't know
some
what
of the
Jay
things he
is.
said on your show. So, but coming back, politics, finances, religion, some key foundational tenets
I
that I
agree with
believe
this.
in. And unfortunately, when it comes to finances, I did not agree or we did not have an agreement with my previous partner, and that's why we broke up.
Okay. Real quick, who's Jay?
Jay is a guy that came on your show before. He's been on your show twice. He came wearing a Batman hat and a Batman shirt.
Oh,
He
you
talked about no.
woman you looking for, Jay?
Oh man, Jay was a nut. I
Good
remember
question.
this bull.
The way that women are nowadays, I just want a woman that's real respectful, that's real, down to earth. No woman that is materialistic. No woman that's like trying to be like Sexy Red or Ice Spice or Cardi B or none of them. No woman that's like
I agree.
uh, um wearing Swiffer duster eyelashes or having a septum ring that looking like a funyun hanging out their nose. I don't want no fat women. I don't want no Lizzos. That's a negative. Let's believe that. I ain't having it. No, none of that.
So let me not say the name.
So that's why I said. I mean, I shouldn't have said that stuff. I shouldn't have said he was a nut. But a lot of these dudes give incel. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what an incel is, it's a person who's involuntarily celibate, meaning that in the hood terms is he don't get no yams. You know what I'm saying? And he don't get no yams not because he is being virtuous. He don't get no yams because ain't nobody checking for him. And he definitely gave me that with the little, Hitler mustache and the little glasses and the Batman hat and those little things that they be having in the background. A lot of times when I see them, it's dudes that play with toys stills. They got action figures and all that. So that's what he gave me, real those vibes. So I shouldn't have called him a nut. But let's just say he was probably not the type of dude that women checking for.
Because that's not gonna be nice. I
know what Jay said. No
all
Lizos.
right.
No.
No Lizzos. No Lizzos. That's right.
So you don't want no Lizzos either?
No Lizzos either, Kendra.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta respect it. Like women, obesity we're not exempt from it in the Muslim community. We seeing a lot of sisters are, becoming Lizzos. And it's unfortunate, but in this environment that we live in, where we are surrounded by non-Muslim women who are barely wear any clothes, we have to be, in order for a marriage to be strong, we have to be attracted to each other for number one. And the fact that our women cover is going to have to be an additional sex appeal that comes with seeing them uncovered, right? The Prophet ﷺ said, if you see a woman, and if a man sees a woman and he likes that he go back to his wife because she has the same thing, right? Now, if you see a woman that you like on the street and she $120 and you go home and your shorty is $320, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if she 220, you know what I mean, she 5'11", it might be right up your alley. You might like your wife more than you like that because that's thicker than the Snickers. But you know what I'm saying, like obesity is an issue that's affecting relationships in general, and Muslims are not exempt from it. That's what I'll say.
Losing weight as y'all keep using her. She's
thank God for Ozempic and Monjaro. It does magic.
We don't know what she's doing, but we do know she is working out as well.
You see,
but the point of the matter is, y'all don't go at women like that. The big girl model, but she's actually losing weight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, thank God for Ozempic. We don't know what she's doing, and you trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be funny at the expense of a woman who ain't do nothing to you, don't know you, haven't, you know what I'm saying, disrespect you, and it's just disrespectful. And for that reason, I don't feel bad about calling him a nut no more. You come up in here, holding your hands together with your Michael Jackson jacket on, moving your head side to side, looking like a little, you're just so happy to be here. Like you ain't never been nowhere. He looks short, the TV, he can't even touch the top of the TV. So, all right, I ain't gonna go no further than that. Stuff.
Agree. I'm just quoting Jay, Kendra. I love what he said about
that. Take accountability.
Jay also said no hair weaves, no long lashes, no brunch. So you don't want a girl to go to brunch either?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with weaves. I'm okay with lashes.
I'm very sure that he's very fond of that European beauty standard and aesthetic.
I agree with Jay on was the no Lizzos. Okay, but the rest of the other things I don't agree with him on. The politics, I know his politics.
See, that's not a man that really knows what he wants. You know what I'm saying? He's still young in his mentality where he wants to ride the coattails of other men. He got to stand on his own 2 feet. So when you see that in a man, when you see that in a man, just something you got to be mindful of. His views are going to sway like the wind. That's all it take is for another Kevin Samuels to come out and he going, say a few things they like, and now that's the type of nigga he is now. Or, you know what I'm saying, another, Dr. Umar come out and he say a few things that he like, and now that's the type of nigga he out. Now he got the black power fist, and you know what I'm saying? That's the type of dude he giving me. That's the vibes he giving me. And if I was your Wakil or your Wakil, then, you know what I'm saying, I would be staring him towards a sister who, I probably wouldn't marry him. I would have to. He would. That's why we should bring back. Rites of passage. You know what I'm saying? He would have to do some type of rites of passage. I will maybe make his dowry a little higher. I would, not. I mean, I as me as the person, I can't do that, but he would have to do something to let me know that he's serious about marriage for number one, and he's serious about longevity. You know what I'm saying? Because right now he just giving me little kid, little boy vibes, and I don't control the dowry, but I would advise a woman to going into this situation if she was, kind of adamant about being in it, to make his barrier entry higher because he seemed like he liked to play around. He liked to go, kind of go with the flow type dude.
It's a little bit different from mine, and we'll keep it on site.
Okay.
No accountability.
Okay, that's right. Well, his president won because Jay wanted Trump to win, and his president did win. But
No problem.
Okay. Yeah. Now, you said your last relationship was a month ago. When's the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
I plead the fifth.
3 flaws you have to work on.
He definitely giving me virgin.
Number one is patience, Kendra. Number one is patience, and that's the most important one. Number two is
no one believed it at first, but now everyone wants one.
A customer returned his knife because he missed our buy two, get two free deal.
Boy, patience is a big one, and also
let me speed this up.
To be more considerate of others. I feel like sometimes that is not one of my biggest strengths. And also be more lenient because sometimes my tolerance for bullshit is very low. So, yes.
He been bullshitting this whole time. Ain't that ironic?
You got some paid questions. Do you want them?
Absolutely.
All right. Let me see. Shay said, Kendra, please stop wasting time on these green card bros. Do you need a green card?
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm an African at heart, a U.S. citizen on the paper. I've been a U.S. citizen for over 12 years, so no green card bro here. I work for the government. Like I said, I work for the government, and I have a business on the side. So I'm your top tier man. I'm not a green card bro. When we talk about the top 1% in the United States, I'm right here. Thank God for Kevin Samuels.
You're thinking Kevin Samuels for this?
Absolutely. Very high inspiration. He was an inspiration for me to fight and to attain the height that I'm in right now. So to achieve everything I've achieved, I think listening to him really gave me that motivation. And where I'm at, I'm thankful for him. May God bless his.
See, look, remember this what I said. Remember what I said? He the type of dude that kind of go with the flow. He said, yeah, Kevin Samuels came out and it helped him elevate his game. That's because he got attached to that. But I think I'm recognizing him. I think he might do Kevin Samuels content.
So.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me hear him say that again.
I'm thankful for him. May God bless his soul.
Okay, fair enough. We have, well, you're a doctor, so I won't read that one. Let's do, Kay said Lizzo's putting in that work. That's not Ozempic.
Good for her. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Did I ask you when's the last time you was intimate with someone? Oh, yeah, I did. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Well, Kendra, I'll say this. I have a stable career, and I'm an entrepreneur. I aspire to do great things, and I can provide stability. I can provide protection, and I have a good insurance. So if you need to be on a good benefit plan, I have federal insurance. That's very important. I have a pension plan. I have a TSP, which is a version of 401k. So all the forms of security that you need, I do possess those things, and I am still fighting for more. So you'll be very fortunate to be associated.
So for the sisters, I will be kind of concerned with somebody who, number one, say that they was inspired by Kevin Samuels to do things that they was supposed to do, that they should be doing as a man anyway. That's one. And for number two, I forget how old he is, but for number two, everything that he named was financial, based off of his finances, his job pretty much, and the money that he brings in. Who is he without that job? If he lost that job tomorrow, do you then wake up to a tyrant? So that's something that I would be considering.
With me, correct?
I'll should be very fortunate to be associated with you.
Absolutely, your future is guaranteed.
Oh, future guaranteed.
And
If you
nothing
have
guaranteed.
kids.
Okay, there's a big one, Kendra. I've thought about this for a while, and I have a soft place in my heart for single moms, just because it's brothers like us that make those moms single moms, because most of them become single moms not by choice, even though there is a different group of humans that say they're single mom by choice. So yes, my compromise. I can do one, maximum 2 kids. However, the baby daddy must either be dead or serving a lifetime in prison with no possibility of parole. Why?
I can respect that.
Why? Because I don't want any other human being, no other man, to be involved in my family settings. I don't want to be at home with my wife, having the family time and having the baby daddy calling to come and pick up the kid or for a child visit. Those kind of energies I don't want. So if you have kids, 1 or 2, baby daddy should be uninvolved. By that I mean they should be dead or serving a lifetime imprisonment with no possibility of parole. That's my compromise when it comes to dating a single mom.
I can respect that.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm understanding. So if she has a living baby father, you can't date her.
Can do it.
Okay. If the baby daddy's in jail but getting out in 10 years, you can't date her either.
Can do it.
Okay. What if the baby daddy's in a coma?
I'll consider that.
Okay. Well, if your baby daddy's in a coma and it's looking bad, like he's not going to survive, you have an option.
If the baby daddy is non-existent, no contact, no involvement, I will consider that.
You need to look yourself in the mirror and
Oh, well, this is your this is your compromise. Do you want your own kids?
I do.
You do. All right.
Maximum 2. I mean, we are in a very difficult economy. I understand that. There's inflation. I understand that. So maximum 2 kids, but you can have 1 or 2, and that's okay.
1 or 2, and that's okay. Okay, Dr. Des, are you on the Kendra G Singles dating?
I am, Kendra. Yes.
What's your name on the app, Dr. Des?
It's Dr. Des.
Is Dr. Des?
Correct. That's my username.
Doctor and then Des? Is it one word? Oh,
yeah.
You know what? I found you.
Yeah.
Doctor, it comes up right away. Here he is, ladies. Dr. Des. You put in Dr. Desmond, he will come right up. Here he is. The blue check means he's verified. This is his profile on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Ladies, he got a lot to offer. Don't play with Dr. Des. Don't play with him. He has a lot to offer. He said you'll be lucky to be with him.
I'm a God-fearing man too, by the way. As you see my last picture there, I'm actually an altar server. I serve in the mass. So all the ladies that come up and say that they're looking for a God-fearing man, I'm actually a God-fearing man. And I am also a guy that has good energy, good vibes, and know exactly what he wants. Very intentional.
Very intentional. Okay, let's run down some of the requirements. He's open to all women, all races. You don't have a money requirement, right?
No money requirement. Just be ambitious.
Just be ambitious. You can't be too heavy. You can't be too heavy. He's a big fan of Dr. Umar and Kevin Samuels. And he his compromise, if you have children, is that your baby daddy has to be in jail for life.
See, that's one of the dangers of this social media, is because his profile look really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see a lot of women falling for that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked good. He looked clean cut. He got the suits that, he looked kind of fly with the hats. You know what I'm saying? He got the bear. He got the Mozzie in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the stethoscope with the lab coat. Like, all of these things are appealing to women because y'all looking for that provision, and that all of that stuff yells provision. but y'all gotta be very intentional about finding out what's underneath all of that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if something happens with his license, or or he just has to take he loses his job, God forbid, or something happened and he can't work. What type of person do you wake up to that next morning and for those next following years? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has that much invested in an image is somebody that should be asked. That should be. I don't know how to finish that.
Or dead, a coma, which he may not survive.
I'm gonna speed it up.
Correct.
All right, there we go. Dr. Desmond on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Here we go, ladies. Download the app. Shoot your shot right now. He's any woman that gets him is gonna be lucky, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Des. You keep me posted. We have some more paid questions. You want them?
Absolutely, Kendra. I'm ready for it.
Okay, let me see. Okay, this woman said, Kendra, ask him if he's considering bringing a woman from Africa.
Okay, Kendra.
Good question.
I don't mind bringing a woman from Africa. However, I mean, it's a big investment. The process is a big investment and something got to give. So I know that people like to take advantage of others. I'm not one of those that's going to be taken advantage of because, if you're willing to maybe get pregnant wherever you are before you travel, maybe we can have that discussion. Apart from that, nada.
Questionable right there.
If she's willing to get pregnant before she travels to America?
Commitment, correct.
So is she going to be your wife when you get her pregnant?
It depends.
So if you go to Africa and get a woman pregnant.
In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how to naturally control blood sugar and naturally increase insulin sensitivity. I've got 3 natural.
Then maybe, it's not even a guarantee, you would bring her back with you to America.
That's a commitment, correct. I'll do that.
But why would she get pregnant by you on a maybe should get to be with you?
Kendra, you see the stories every time, Look at 90 Day Fiance. You see the stories every time. People do these things, they travel and they abandon, all those things. We see these things. The comments, the causes, they know all of these things.
Why would you get them pregnant then?
So when I'm talking about commitment, we need to, if you're going to make, it's an investment. An investment got to pay up at some point. So if we're going to do that, we got to get something got to give. There's got to be either a contract, a prenup, or something that got to tie you with a certain period of time. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Somebody got some.
See, and that's good that he said that because Islam already got the solution to that. We do contracts. You know what I'm saying? This is some proof. This is some of the proofs that Islam has the answers for all of these problems, has the solutions for all of the problems that mankind has. And that's because it's divine. You know what I'm saying? Allah created us and he basically has the user manual. So anything that has a potential to break in our lives, he has an answer for. And he's given us those answers if we trust and believe in his book and the teachings of his religion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we fall on hard times and we go the opposite direction. We start to question the law and we want to throw that stuff away when we should be actually doing the opposite. Like, oh, I'm very broken right now. I should be looking into, I should be asking for guidance from the Creator. So, like you said, we signed a contract.
Taxmaster agrees with your daddy views. He says, that's the only successful way to date a single mom. It currently works for me and my lady because her daughter only views me as her father.
Absolutely. And you had a guy on your show that was based in the UK, Kendra. This guy, he was very specific to the age group of a kid he's going to accept from a single mom. And I kind of agree with that guy. It's a long time he was been on your show, several months. That kid has to be young enough so that way we can train him to be to grow up in the ways that that they can follow our training. Because if you bring a big kid already in the relationship that already can figure out things, they're not going to respect you as a dad. I want somebody to be able to adopt, bring in under my wings and parent. And the lady has to be willing to allow me to serve as an equal parent on that relationship.
Okay.
Well, so that's good advice. Like women, you have to consider this. Like a lot of times, women just want to be. They don't want none of these things to be considered. Like you already have kids. You already chose, 2-3 other men to carry their babies. There has to be some consequences to that. You know what I'm saying? It's different if you were married to a guy and y'all had 3 kids and then something happened. But if you married to this guy, had a baby by him, married to that guy, had a baby by him, married to that guy, had a baby by him, then You know what I'm saying? You have decreased your chances of somebody else signing up to be in that situation unless there's going to be some very beneficial but extreme compromise on your side. And that's just the long and short of it. I am for Muslim men marrying single moms because that's part of the wisdom, part of the hikmah in polygyny, but it has to be with the intentions of success. And sometimes these situations have been damaged so bad that the potential for success is just decreased to a point where every man not equipped to recover. You know what I'm saying? If you decrease your chances of success all the way down to like 11%, then you need a dude that's already functioning at almost 100%, and that he can give you, you know what I'm saying, 40%, and then bring that down to like a 60%, 60-40, bring himself down to about a 60%. He could function there for about 3 or 4 or 5 years in order for y'all to, work these things out, and then, you know what I'm saying, take off to get back to his 90%. But he gonna be sacrificing a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be giving a lot in that situation. He's not gonna be able to be that optimal self that he was, putting all of that intention and all of that attention and energy into your situation. And some people, it's two things. Some people are already not functioning in the high 90s already, so they don't have that 40%, 40% to give. That's for one. And on the woman's side, on her family side, 40% might not be enough. You know what I mean? Might not be enough for her to give him what he need, and to give herself what she need, and to show up how she need. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just don't work. You know what I'm saying? And it's rare that you're gonna find somebody that's operating at 120%. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. A lot of responsibility, and I'm all for, preaching responsibility to Muslim men, but it gotta be within reason, and it gotta be with the intention of success.
Agrees with your thought process. TT said, okay, I'm not mad at the father being dead. You said GS what, sir?
GS?
That's what you said. Okay.
Oh, GS is a government pay scale. Actually, I'm above the GS 15 because I have a doctorate degree. So if you want to use the GS level to calculate my wages, I can tell you what I earn. It's no problem. I do make more than 6 figures. I have all the 6s you can think of. I'm 6'1", make more than 6 figures. The 6 inches is more than 6 inches. I mean, I don't want to say some of those things here because I do serve mass. I'm an altar server. So some of those things I cannot say publicly. I don't want to be banned from the church.
Okay, so I've had this discussion about more than 6 figures. So more than 6 figures, do you make more than 100K, or because more than 6 figures means?
Oh, gotcha. More than 100K, Kendra, I should say.
Okay, more than 100K. So he makes more than 100K. He's in your house. How old are you again?
6'1".
And he's 6'1", and he's also packing. So we got the 3 6s. He said.
The full package, Kendra.
Okay, and he was married, but he had to get divorced because they wasn't on the same page for the finances.
Separate. No, I was married, got divorced May of 23. I was in a relationship that we broke up about a month ago.
Why did that month ago relationship end?
That's the finances I was telling you about, Kendra.
So yeah, I said that.
That's another new story. That take another 1 hour. I don't want to waste your time on the show. But if you,
we need to know, bro.
Yeah. Serious ladies, go down the Kendra G Singles dating app right now.
That story is more important.
If you got a living baby daddy, don't waste your damn time. If your baby daddy can inhale, if your baby daddy can do this, you can't. He can't fuck with you. I'm sorry. Okay. If your baby daddy can't take a nap, he cannot mess with you. Okay. If your baby daddy can skip, he cannot mess with you. Okay. If your baby daddy can swallow water, he's not the one for you. Okay. He's not dead. Okay. When you have to go to the cemetery on Father's Day. That's the only women who he would date. If you go to the cemetery on Father's Day, you have a choice with Desmond. If you go and text your baby daddy on Father's Day, like, he can't fuck with you. So just know it. Don't. Yeah. Okay. All right, Desmond, we gotta go. I wish you.
Thank you, Kendra. You're wonderful. I love your show. I've been watching forever, and I hope this amounts to something. And I'll come back for an update.
Yes, and I want to say this: you were quoting a lot of shows, so I appreciate your support.
Thank you, Kendra. Thank you. And I'm going to be on a different show this weekend. But if I have a date that works out, I'm going to cancel that show. I'm going to be on Pablo Palomino Find Love on Friday, and hopefully things goes well. If it doesn't go well, I'm coming back to Kendra G, and I'll provide an update.
Hold on, what did he say? He's doing another show.
And I'm going to be on a different show this weekend. But if I have a date that works out, I'm going to cancel that show. I'm gonna be on Pablo Balloon of Fine Love on Friday and show
What?
this
What's
weekend.
that?
But if I have a date that works
That's
out,
too slow.
I'm gonna cancel that show. I'm gonna be on Pablo Balloon of Fine Love on
Oh,
Friday,
pop the balloon.
and hopefully things goes well. If it doesn't go well, I'm coming back to Kendra G and I'll provide an update.
Okay,
And
well,
guys,
you're on the dating app, so let's see how many women hit you up.
sounds good, Kendra. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Oh, you gonna pop the
The
balloon?
all
So
new
he,
and
man, he's
improved Kendra
serious.
G singles dating app is available now.
All right, so yeah, so brother serious. I don't know, man. That's a tough one, man. It would take. I would need to know about, before I would marry him to a sister, especially, basically, the Muslim women are our sisters, man. This is my sister. I'm taking this person. Before I would marry him to my sister, to any of my sisters, I would need to know about their divorce, man, because I ain't trusting it. You know what I'm saying? And it just seemed like he kept trying to avoid it. Because even with the other situation, it's going to take too long. And then he said it in like 2 seconds. It ain't take that long. Financial, you said y'all wasn't aligned financially. All right. But with the marriage, like, come on, you married this person. So that should have been the one we focused on. But, teach own. Let me know how y'all feel about the content. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.